This is part one of me finding my fiance naked with his married coworker on my wedding day.
This woman read her cheating fiance's text messages instead of her wedding vows at her own wedding.
Do something with it.
It's just money coming to me easily. Money coming in and needing me. Money coming in repeatedly. Money coming, it's just money.
Of me finding my fiance naked with his married coworker on my wedding day. We started dating in 2014 and we were supposed to get married September 30th, 2017. In the days leading up to the wedding, it was 5 days before, like something just not right with this one girl that he worked with. And I asked him about it and he's like, "You're crazy, there's nothing going on, yada yada." 5 days before the wedding, he's like, "You don't trust me enough to get married. We need to postpone. Like, my whole life is falling apart." Or that's how I felt at that time. We had met with our marriage counselors and they were like, "Kirsten, there's nothing going on. Like, he says there's nothing going on. There's nothing going on." We call off the wedding. I'm like very anxiety ridden because I'm like, okay, either he's cheating on me or like I've completely lost touch with reality. We made the decision that we would remain together and work on building trust. He told me that like it was my fault that we weren't going to get married and it was just because I didn't trust him enough. So anyway, fast forward, it's September 30th, our wedding day, and I unlocked the door to the house that I had bought for us. So he had none of his own money in the house. I did the entire down payment, put it in both of our names. So I unlock the door to this house and walk inside and he is butt naked.
What's so funny is the fact that it's always the men who don't pay for anything. For example, she said she did pay the down payment in the house, and to have the audacity, not only are you being taken care of by your soon-to-be wife, but you're also cheating on her and then trying to gaslight her to tell her that it's her fault. How is it her fault? How is it her fault? Well, you know what though, just to think about it, it could, I don't want to blame her. I'm not saying that people should blame her, but the fact that she took the role of the man by paying for everything gave him so much time in his hand to cheat. And let alone with someone at work. It's always that one person at work that they tell you not to worry about that you have to worry about, because most men, that's how they cheat. They start off emotionally and then it becomes more physical. And that girl knew he was engaged. He probably was telling everybody at work that he was engaged. He probably showed them pictures of you with your ring on and how happy you were, surprised you were when he proposed to you and all that. These men, the audacity, it's always the audacity for me. It's always. But even before she said that she was the one taking care of him, it was giving that. I was just about to say that too. And then she took the word right out of my mouth. It was giving that she was taking care of him. She was paying for everything. It's so sad because you can never prepare yourself, especially when you're getting ready to be married to this person. You can never prepare yourself. But I'm glad she got out of it sooner, because he would have done it in the marriage as well.
So I unlock the door to this house and walk inside and he is butt naked. He's like, "Why are you here?" And I look down and I see some like girls' boots or women's boots. So I hear the master bedroom door close and I go in there and I find her and she's like put his clothes on that were in the closet. I called the police and reported an intruder. Anyway, she told me like, "We're in love, I'm leaving my husband, we're gonna be together." It later came out that they'd been having an affair for quite some time. She told me several months before I ever even became suspicious of her. During the time that he had been cheating on me, he's like telling me that I don't trust him enough. He took out a $500,000 life insurance policy on me. I had been heavily manipulated and told that I was losing my mind. The Monday after this happened on a Saturday, I sold my ring and used it to retain my attorney. I had bought us a house in June, like I said. He, up until the bitter end, tried to steal it out from under me. The husband of the girl that he was cheating on me with took her back, and bless his heart, they're still together to this day. My ex-fiance, he moved a different female co-worker into the house a few weeks later. She had moved herself, her dog, and her mom in, and then they were trying to demand that I pay the bills. 333 days later, I was free.
Girl, first of all, I'm so glad you are out of this relationship, because him getting a life insurance policy on you lets me know that this man was trying to unalive you and get the money. First of all, you didn't even pay for the house, and now you're trying to claim that he should get the house. Excuse me. And then the girl who is cheating with him on you is just as dirty and messy, because how are you going to tell me that you're in love with him and the whole time you have your own husband, and the husband, her husband, taking her back, he's He has no balls. Less than a man. I cannot imagine. And on top of that, not only did he go to work, shop for a new girlfriend at work, because it's giving, that's what he does. He goes to work and shop for a new girlfriend, because now he's with a new girlfriend living in the house that you purchased for you guys. You purchased for him, and he have the nerve, the audacity to tell you that you should be paying for the rent of the house with a new girlfriend and her mom moving into the house that you paid for. How are these women just going around about their life like this? Because me as a woman, knowing that he used to live in this house with his ex-fiance and she's the one that owned that house, now I'm moving in my mother and myself into your house, and then have the audacity to ask you to pay for rent. Where is he getting all these trailer trash people from who can't even sustain their own life? But then again, you know what? They're basically the same, because he doesn't like to work, clearly. He likes to go to work and go shop for girls. And they are just out here just stealing people's man, and then have the audacity to want you to support their lifestyle. And their mom, the mom, why isn't the mom, does she not know that this man, the house he's living in is not his house? I guess she don't care, because she's not paying any bills, since they want you to sustain their life and pay their bills for them. So they probably do not care. But this man, he has what's coming for him, and I'm glad you came out of that relationship, because this man would have unalived you in that house, probably put something in your drink and unalive you. And after you guys get married, if you didn't step up and end the engagement, he would have went on, get married to you, walk down the aisles, cry while he read his vows, while you walk down the aisles to him, because you're so beautiful and he's so in love with you, right? That's what they do. So he would do all this, save face, and then get married to you, then completely change right after you guys get married, and then try to unalive you so he can get all the money. Because why are you getting a life insurance policy on someone that you're cheating on? I'm so confused. Men think they're slick. That's why you gotta be 10 steps ahead of them, because they really think they're slick, and they think that girls are just ditzy, stupid, and we don't know what's going on. Boy, bye. I feel so bad for this girl.
This woman read her cheating fiance's text messages instead of her wedding vows at her own wedding. Casey was all set to get married to her fiance, who she had been with for 6 years. But then, the night before the wedding, she started getting anonymous text messages. And of course, as you might have guessed, they were all screenshots between her fiance, who she had been with for 6 years, and another woman. So she decided to sleep on it. I actually think that was a good idea. And in the morning, decided that there was not going to be a wedding. But she was definitely going to use it as an opportunity to out him. Here are some of the text messages and what she was reading. Your body is fucking incredible, and do you know how to use it? I wish my girlfriend had half the skills you do. I've never had this kind of connection before. She also said that it seems Alex is not who I thought he is. Alex was absolutely stunned. He ended up walking out with his best man. But the best part about it is that Casey, her friends, her family, still enjoyed the venue, still enjoyed the reception. They just didn't call it a reception. They called it a celebration of honesty. So shout out to Alex, because not many people would have the courage to be able to do that. Some people would struggle to do that anyway, but to do it on your wedding day, you got ice in your veins. And as much as people are celebrating this now, I'm sure that this was actually in real life a very difficult decision for her to make. But this is the reason why it's so important to understand your own personal deal breakers, what it looks like to not be a people pleaser. I'm sure it actually ran through her mind all the money people spent, people who may have traveled from a long distance away. But when something's a deal breaker, it's a deal breaker. But what are your thoughts? Comment down below. And if you're stuck in a situation like this and you're not sure if you should stay or if you should go, be sure to click the link in my bio, book a session with a BetterHelp therapist, take advantage of the exclusive offer of 15% off your first month of therapy. And as always, be sure to follow for more content like this.
¿Dónde está? ¿Qué pasa, prima? Oye, Lever, en plena boda, ¿no? Desgraciado. Tranquilos. ¿Dónde está ese? ¿Quién es? Desgraciado. ¿Dónde está? ¿Dónde está? ¿Dónde está? ¿Dónde está? ¡Abrí la puerta!
Vamos. Sí, vamos allá. Nos vamos. Ese tipo no merece ni una lágrima tuya. Sí, vamos por allá. Gracias, amigo. Toma un poco de agua.
Tranquilo.
Ya mira, estoy así.
Ya viene.
Tranquila, bebé.
Hemos hecho sobre así.
No te preocupes. Chicos, tampoco. Ya basta. Me ponen peor, basta. Denle un cachorro para hacerle espacio.
Ya subí por arriba.
Toma agüita, por favor, tú le tomas.